Mingalarbar and Sawasdee Krub. Welcome back to Money Talk Hub. I'm your host, and today we are looking at the big stories from this weekend, Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. We have a lot to cover today because the world is moving fast. We have everything from massive police raids on the border to new visa rules that might change how we think about citizenship. And, of course, we'll talk about where the money is flowing in the markets. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to rank these 4 stories to show you which one actually changes your life the most. Let's start with a serious situation on the river. You know how much we rely on the Mekong and Kok rivers for farming and daily life? Well, a report came out this weekend that is quite worrying. Satellite images have found over 2,400 mining sites in Myanmar that are leaking dangerous chemicals, like mercury and cyanide, into the water that flows right down into Thailand. These mines are digging for rare earth metals, the stuff inside your smartphone and electric car batteries. It's a classic case of modern technology causing old-fashioned pollution. For our friends in northern Thailand, this is a red alert for farmers. If you use river water for your corn or garlic, you need to be careful. It's a reminder that the environment doesn't care about borders. Pollution flows downstream no matter what. Next, let's talk about a big cleanup operation. Over the last week, we've seen a massive crackdown in Shui Koko and Mayawati. Myanmar authorities, under huge pressure from China, have arrested nearly 1,600 foreign nationals involved in those infamous online scam centers. We've all heard the horror stories about these places. They trap workers and scam people out of millions. China has finally said, enough is enough. Why this matters to you? If you live near the border, the streets might feel a bit safer, but trade might be slow for a few weeks while the police do their work. It's a messy process, but getting rid of these criminal gangs is the only way to bring real, safe business back to the area. Now, for some good news from Indonesia. Indonesia has just launched something called the Global Citizen Permit. Here's the deal. Indonesia doesn't allow dual citizenship, so in the past if you moved abroad and got a new passport, you were cut off. This new visa fixes that. It lets former citizens come back, live, and work forever without a visa. The big picture, Asia is waking up. We are realizing that we are losing our smartest people to the West. That's called brain drain. This is Indonesia's way of saying please come home, bring your skills, and build businesses here. Finally, let's look at your wallet. If you have a pension fund or any savings in the stock market, you made money this weekend. Asian markets are surging because the global demand for AI computer chips is skyrocketing again. What does this mean for the everyday person? You might not own stocks, but you probably know someone who works in a factory. When the global tech market is hot, factories in Thailand, Malaysia, and China get busy. That means overtime pay and job security for millions of workers. So, how do these stories rank in importance? Here is the Money Talk ranking for today. Number 4 is the Indonesia visa. It's a great policy, but it mostly affects wealthy expats and specific families. Number 3 is the market rally. It's good for the economy and your pension, but for many people living paycheck to paycheck, Wall Street feels very far away. Number 2 is the border crackdown. This is huge. Arresting 1,600 people changes the security landscape of the border instantly. It disrupts crime and protects people from trafficking. But number 1 is the mining pollution. Why? Because you can't survive without water. The toxic leak in the Mekong affects the food we eat, the water we drink, and the health of our children for years to come. Markets go up and down, but once a river is poisoned, it takes decades to fix. That is why it is our most critical story today. That's your update. Stay safe, watch what you drink, and I'll see you tomorrow.